Well, welcome to everyone who's tuned in this evening. I'm Kris O'Brien. This is Derek Hartman on the piano. For the next hour, we're going to play you some of our favorite music. So we hope you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Martin Luther, the great reformer, said this about music: that it is a fair and glorious gift from God. He also said that after theology, there is no art that can be placed on the level of music, for it offers peace and joy of the heart. He went farther to say that the devil flees at the sound of music. He said it makes people gentler and more staid. And I absolutely agree with that. As a musician and singer all of my life, it's what I believe also, and I know Derek agrees. We're going to listen to him play a little bit of Sound of Music. I'll finish it, and then we'll begin our evening together.
Lonely, I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Those of you who know me well know that I do not like the heat. And at the present time, it most likely feels like it's 206 degrees outside, and you could pretty much fry an egg on the sidewalk, and the humidity and dew point are tropical. So Derek and I have figured out a way to cool everyone down. I'm going to lay my microphone down, and we're going to try this. I know you're going to feel the cool.
Just hear the sleigh bells ring-a-ling, ring-ting-ting-a-ling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
We didn't want to make it last too long. And now to my incredible music partner for the evening, Derek Hartman, playing just a gorgeous piece. He's been a gift to us this summer and a gift to us for, I don't know how many years now, maybe 18 altogether. Anyway, here he is playing What a Wonderful World.
Hi, I'd like to just introduce myself briefly. As Kris mentioned, my name is Derek, and I have been playing the piano for 18 years now. I started playing when I was 5, and I'm a good friend of Kris O'Brien's. I've worked with her a lot in the past. A year ago, I graduated from Northwestern University in Chicago with a degree in piano performance, and before the pandemic hit, I was living out in New Haven, Connecticut, where I was studying at the Yale School of Music to get my master's degree, and I'll finish that up next year. But before all that, I grew up right here in Blaine, just a couple of miles from Christ Lutheran, and my 2 brothers and I, we spent all of our formative years here at Christ Lutheran, from Sunday school, youth musicals, confirmation, you name it, we were here. And I remember being 8 years old when my parents brought me up to the front of the sanctuary after a service to introduce me to Kris O'Brien, and I played for her on this very piano, and the rest was history. Over the next decade, she graciously allowed me to share my music here, and that was a vital aspect of my growth as a musician. So I'm very thankful for that. My studies have always been in classical piano, but as a teenager, I started to branch into pop, jazz, rock music, and playing here in the weekly contemporary band was a perfect way for me to explore that new avenue of music. So I'm also grateful for that. Because of my studies, I haven't been able to share my music here very much over the past couple of years, but being able to work with Kris again these past few months has been a positive outcome from being at home longer than I thought I was going to be, so it all worked out. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. We're certainly enjoying ourselves, and thank you for tuning in.
I remember that scene of you sitting at the piano. Your feet did not touch the ground, but you hadn't played more than 5 notes, and I said, he is going to be something. And we got to hang on to you for a long time. And these last couple months have just been fabulous. About music and back to music, I remember somebody saying to me that music is like the playbook of our lives. You hear a song and it triggers memories of who you were with, what you were doing, what was going on in the world. It's an amazing medium that way. When Derek begins this familiar bass line, you're going to remember the music of Sonny and Cher. And the beat goes on.
The beat goes on. The beat goes on. Drums keep pounding a rhythm to my brain. La-di-da-di-dee, la-di-da-di-da. Charleston was once the rage. History has turned the page. Mini skirt, the current rage. Teeny bopper is a newborn king. And the beat goes on. The beat goes on. Drums keep pounding a rhythm to my brain. La-da-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da-da. The grocery stores, supermarkets, and little girls still break their hearts. Men still keep on marching off to war. And electrically they keep their baseball score. And the beat goes on. The beat goes on. into my brain. La-da-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da-da. Grandma sit in chairs and reminisce. Boys keep chasing girls to get a kiss. And the cars just keep on going faster all the time. And the poor still cry, hey buddy, have you got a dime? And the beat goes on. The beat goes on. Drums keep pounding rhythm to my brain. La-da-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da-da. The beat goes on. The beat goes on. The beat goes on.
The Beatles, how can you beat that? Somebody said this concert was probably going to be a blast from the past. Well, it is, but never in our recorded history has a group been so re-recorded as the Beatles, either instrumentally or vocally. So it's kind of yes then, but it's still now. Here's a little help from my friends and then another one in a medley.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? And how do I feel by the end of the day? day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I ain't by with a little help from my friends. I ain't high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends. Little help from my friends, my friends. Find myself in times of trouble, Brother Jesus comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, He is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, Lord, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a chance the light will shine on me. Shine into tomorrow, let it be. Wake up to the sound of music. Brother Jesus comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, Lord, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, Lord, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be.
In this day and age, we all need to smile more. Smile more. Here are some lines from letters that real little kids wrote to God. Dear God, thank you for my new baby brother, but what I really prayed for was a puppy. Dear God, I bet it is very hard for you to love all of everybody in the whole world. There are only 4 people in my family, and I could never do it. That hits close to home. Just kidding, Mom and Dad, I know you're watching. Dear God, If you didn't let the dinosaurs become extinct, we would not have a country. Everyone would have been eaten. You did the right thing. How noble. And finally, dear God, maybe Cain and Abel would not have killed each other so much if they had their own rooms. It works for me and my brother. I can agree it works for me and my brothers too. All right, so here is my own rendition of Fly Me to the Moon.
Absolutely outstanding. Every time he's done this song, since we started these evenings, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. It's different every time. That's the beauty of music, right? Many of you know me through my church ministry here, but there may be some of you tuning in tonight that don't know anything about my prior life before coming here in 1981. In 1968, I was just graduated from Crosby Arlington High School, and a good priest friend of mine, George Schrader, really liked the sound that I was putting out of my guitar, and liked the vocals. And there was a singing partner of mine in high school. His name was Dale O'Brien, and we'd done a lot of duo singing in high school and then in early college days. But this good priest friend of mine arranged a very serious audition in Hibbing, Minnesota. And he set us up on Bob Dylan's porch in Hibbing, and we auditioned for Bob Dylan's brother, who is David Zimmerman, who still lives here in the Twin Cities area. And for the next 11 years, that fellow, David Zimmerman, he managed us, and it was quite an 11-year ride through a lot of states and concerts, hotels, fronted people. If you're too young to remember the Vanilla Fudge, they were pretty heavy-duty metal folks, but I loved their music because the music was good. It wasn't just because it was metal. But we fronted the Brothers Four, Gordon Lightfoot, John Denver. I mean, what a hoot. But in 1981, I was ready to come off the road, and a job opened up at Christ Lutheran Church. And here I am, 39 years later. And Derek and I are doing our thing tonight. It's just cool where music can take you. Thanks to both of the pastors for having the idea also to do this Zoom concert tonight. I always say I'm not the boss, so my instructions need to come from them first of all. So thanks a lot for that. We're going to do a song that I've probably sung 300 times already, but it's one of my favorites from my years past. The Eagles' Desperado.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. You're a hard one, and I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you will hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy? She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones you can get. Desperado, oh, you ain't getting no younger. Your pain and your hunger, they're driving you home. And freedom, oh freedom, that's just some people talking. This prison he's walking through, this world all alone. Don't your feet get cold in the wintertime? The sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day. Now you're losing all your highs and lows. Ain't it funny how the feeling goes away? Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences and open the gate. It may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late.
We promised you that this would be a pops and patriotic evening. So we've got a special couple of things prepared in that area, but especially Derek. He is now going to slice and dice an 18-minute song called the 1812 Overture down to 5 minutes, and towards the middle, you will see a gorgeous fireworks display while he plays, and then we'll come back to his hands on fire on the piano. Here's Derek, 1812 Overture. Unbelievable. I think everybody was doing their own applause in their own living rooms, wherever you're watching this Zoom concert from. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. At this point, after seeing fireworks, lighting, slides coming up on your Zoom screen, I have to take just a moment to thank Chance Amundsen for learning a tremendous lot this week with the new cameras coming into church and all the other duties that he has on a very complicated script back there. Steve Lindgren, who came in to help us out on the out front lights. PowerPage King for helping me put the pictures in order for PowerPoint tonight. Just a total team effort. Just such phenomenal people in this church that just want to go the whole mile and make it turn out well. So I just need to thank you all. It's hard to turn from the 1812 overture to some humor, but we're going to do it because, like Derek said, we need to smile. Mistakes happen in the church, and especially when it comes to church bulletins. Now, Molly, if you're listening, she's our office administrator. She does not make any mistakes. It's only us proofreaders, the proofreaders, that make mistakes. Sometimes three of us, and mistakes still go through. These are a number of church bloopers that were sent in from the whole United States. So here are just a few of the mistakes on our church bulletins. I think you'll enjoy these. Bertha Belch, excuse me, let me start that over again. I'll just do it. Bertha Belch, a missionary from Africa, will be speaking tonight. Come tonight and hear Bertha Belch all the way from Africa. What a word, that's all it is. Here's another. Ladies, don't forget the rummage sale. It's a chance to get rid of a lot of things that aren't worth keeping anymore, and don't forget your husbands. Now, choir, don't be offended at this one, but this is another blooper. Next Thursday, there will be tryouts for the choir. They need all the help they can get. This is my favorite, I'm sorry. The pastor would appreciate it if all the ladies of the congregation would lend them their electric girdles for the pancake breakfast next Sunday. I'm sorry, that's a good one. And the last blooper of this first segment is, this is a good one too. Don't let worry kill you off. Let the church help. Excuse me, Pastor Kent and Pastor Sarah, and the whole council and executive council. I'm sorry. It says on my script to turn the page now. What do you think it says? Oh. When we were planning this concert, we were going over the music we would be doing this evening, and it was kind of a cool thing because I had wanted to do The Long and Winding Road and In My Life, which are both Beatles tunes. Derek turns to me and says, "The Long and Winding Road is my dad's favorite song." And then I said, "Well, In My Life is my mom's favorite song." So we're going to do these two in a medley. So for Mike and Mary Jane, these are for you.
The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here, leads me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, many times I cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I tried, but still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me standing here. Lead me to your door. I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Do you remember what I said about Martin Luther at the beginning of the concert? And that was how music calms the heart? Wow, I am calm. That was gorgeous. How do you pivot from Claire de Lune to church bloopers? I'm not sure, but we're going there. Here are a couple of more. Thursday night, there'll be a potluck supper. Prayer and medication will follow. I'm sorry, this is a good one. Again, it's my favorite. Remember in prayer the many who are sick of our church and our community. The tech booth is laughing. This afternoon, there will be a meeting in the south and north ends of the church. Children will be baptized at both ends. And the last one of the evening, and if I had a snare drum, I would hit it. At our evening service this evening, the sermon topic will be, What is Hell? Come early and listen to our choir practice. Not our choir, of course. It's somebody else's choir. We promised you a Pops and Patriotic evening. So we've got a couple of songs left in this evening. And this is, it's been with us forever. And many renditions of it have been written. We took ours right out of our green book. And this is for you. If you want to sing along at home, I think I'll be able to hear you.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed his fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. God's truth is marching on. He has sounded forth the trumpet that will never call retreat. He is sifting out the hearts of all before his judgment seat. Be swift, my soul, to answer him. Be jubilant, my feet, while our God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. In the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea, with a glory in his bosom that transfigures you and me. As he died to make us holy, let us die to make us free, while our God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Our God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. His truth is marching on. His truth is marching on.
When we began the concert about an hour ago, it was 200 degrees outside, at least, maybe 3 now, I don't know. But we've been cool in here. We've been having a beautiful night together, and I haven't noticed what it's like outside or been thinking about anything but music and hoping that this was a concert that reached you with many kinds of music. This song is being done for all the persons who are in need of prayer, for all the persons who really need to find some light, because it might be some kind of a dark time for them. This song is anybody who needs to find some guiding light in their time of unrest. And the song is called The Prayer.
I pray you'll see the light. Watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be a prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace. Give us grace so we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts. When stars come out each night, remind us who you are. Let this be a prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place us with your grace. Give us grace so we'll be safe. Let this be our prayer when shadows fill our days. Lead us to a place and guide us with your grace. Give us grace so we'll be safe. Give us grace so we'll be safe. Amen.
We have come to the end of this concert. It's gone very quickly, hasn't it, Derek? Thanks again to everyone who took the time to tune in tonight. It was an absolute pleasure and honor to be with you, and he's shaking his head absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was a yes. Again, if you go out to do something in your car, or when I go to get into my car, it's going to be very steamy outside, maybe even a little buggy. So we're going to close with a very cool song. More than cool. Oh, yes. Yes, you heard it right. Jingle bells.
Christmas fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere, olden times and ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere, Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near.
Here are the words.
Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year.
That's the prayer. That we could always see that same spirit through the year. Let's go for it. Here's Derek to finish us off.